By the way, like I am learning Korean. I've been learning Korean for like 3 years now, and like hands down, like I now I see how hard like English is. I'm really lucky to like be born in this language because like I can't even imagine learning this crazy language that has like basically no rules at all. It's like so stupid.
Have you heard of the old the GHOTTI, and that spells fish?
Wait,
because
I've heard this before.
because like in the word enough, the GH creates an F sound.
Oh my god.
And then then O is sometimes pronounced as I in certain of our words, and then the TI is pronounced as sh. So GHOTI spells fish,
Oh my
and
god.
even though it's body, I know it's like one of the it's what we learned when I was studying German in America, like as a second language or as a third, I guess, for me. But yeah, it's like they put that up on the board, and that's when I realized, like, wow, this language is absolutely ridiculous, and I had to learn it coming here, and I hated it. I was learning it in Belarus. That was like in second grade. We already were learning English and whatever, and I skipped classes. I skipped classes in second grade because I hated learning English that much. I pretended to go to a piano recital a couple of times, and I can't believe they let me out. Like, that's how lenient schools are over there, I guess. But I pretended that I had a piano recital, and I just walked out of class. I walked out of school as an 8-year-old and just wandered the streets just so I can not go to this ridiculously difficult and no sense making language that English is. Because the beautiful thing about the Belarusian language, which is different from the Russian language, is in Belarus, the way it sounds is the way it's spelled. And so the way it's spelled is the way it sounds. And almost like it's a phonetic language. And so then
That's exactly like
trying to learn a
Korean.
language like English, like, no, I don't like it. Well, that's awesome that you're learning Korean.
I love it. Like I genuinely love it. Like I hated that like in school, like you only have the option, at least we're in Delaware, you only have the option of, well, not there's some like private schools like you can learn Chinese and stuff, but mainly it's like either French or Spanish, and that's it. I'm like, I don't really like either. I'm sorry. But of course, like, big into K-pop and all that stuff. Mainly K-pop. I haven't even seen like one K-drama because like I know I'm gonna be so obsessed with them. Like I don't even want to get myself into that mess. I'm just gonna stay into literally like everybody tells me like you have to watch them. I'm like, no, I'm not. I can't. I don't have enough time, literally. But
wait till you get the freedom dividend, then you can start watching it.
hey, we can have watch parties.
Then we can do what we want.
Exactly, we can have watch parties and stuff. No, I used to like literally. I used to do that. That's why that's the actual reason why my channel got popular, because I was watching a gay Asian web series on YouTube, and I was recording myself reacting to them. I did reaction videos. And because I was such a niche, like audience, like people from like China and like Thailand, like a lot of like Thailand, gay stuff happens there. So it's like a lot of people from there, like, I love you, your personality and stuff. Like, and it grew like a lot. And I was like kind of overwhelmed, like, holy shit, I didn't expect all this, but thank you. Because I just love gay. I like just love gay people so much, and I actually write my own like kind of. A lot of the girls do that. Like, don't be ashamed, girls. I know you guys like to. Yeah, like I would definitely just spend my time. Like if I had, the time to do it, I would just watch that stuff with people and have a good time.
Oh, when you're giving, and like and some people might say like, oh, well, she's just gonna get the freedoms of it, and then she's just gonna watch YouTube. It's like, no. Because listen to what you just said. There was a niche audience for what you were watching, and not only were you giving them content to watch, but also the way you sit there and you're like, I love gay people. Like I absolutely love the culture. I love what they do, and it comes from a positive place. It gives people a chance to express themselves in a way where they're like, oh, people want this. People, you're actually doing a service in that sense, to where, because in a lot of these other places, and especially like, when you talk about places like Russia or China, where it's, if you're gay, you might go to jail. You might just be killed. And, and so when you do things like that, when you find your niche audience and when you create content for them, that is important. That allows people to be okay with who they are.